Good to see you too. Melissa in the building. Hello, pretty people. I got on my pretty people tee today. Can you see it? I don't think you can see it. I'm kind of short. So I got on the pretty people tee. So if you want to be a pretty person, get your pretty people merchandise. The link is in the bio. It's my link tree. So you can get some pretty people merch because you're pretty. What that means is from the inside out. We celebrate, collaborate, and create great relationships. That's what makes you pretty. So all the pretty people say, hi, Jerusha. Now, why did my TikTok go off? Oh, my goodness. Maybe I can get my son to come help me with that phone. That TikTok just went out. All right, so let's talk about it. Really quickly, hey, gorgeous. Hi, I speak back. Hello, good to see your beautiful faces today. You all, it's Thursday already. Can you believe we're like 3 weeks into 2023? Can you believe it? How are you doing with your goals? How are you doing with your New Year resolution? How are you doing in your businesses? Tell me about it. How are you doing with your strategies? I want to know about it. And so I am crushing it over here, really focused on the 100. So yes, I am developing 100 new business partners. Yes, in my new business, in my social marketing business. I'm so excited for the 100s. I'm looking for them ready right now. They're ready to invest. They're ready to learn. They're ready to be, yes, put it together. They're like, I'm ready for the change. Those are my people. Put 100 in the chat if you want to learn more about the 100s, because I am focused on changing 100 lives at this level. Now, I've trained thousands over the years. I've been in business over almost 2 decades. So that's not, I want to play at a higher level. So I'm looking for those online leaders. I'm looking for those people that's ready, yes, to put themselves out there. So if you want to learn more about the 100s, put 100s, or you can certainly go to the link in the bio. And so if you're joining me for the very first time, I'm always excited to see you guys. Olivia in the building. Yes, Facebook user in the building. And of course, I got Instagram, but I can't really read your name because you're kind of far. And so, yes, but hi, gorgeous Carter is in the building. Good to see you. Porter is in the building. Good to see your beautiful faces today. And then, of course, if you're a newbie, put newbie in the chat. Say, I'm a newbie, Jerusha. That just means you're just now hearing the sound of my voice. You're a newbie to me. Hey, newbie. Go ahead. Yes, if you watch the replay, put replay. But if you tag 2 people or share the broadcast, you and I just became besties. You can ask me any business question and I will teach on that subject, or I will answer you privately. Angie in the building. Good to see you beautiful faces today. And so really quick lesson on spam and attraction marketing. Okay. I got a newbie in the building. I love my newbies. Yes. And so let me know if you are a newbie. Go ahead and tag 2 people and share the broadcast. Sharing is caring. So let me tell you why I can teach on this subject. First of all, I've been an entrepreneur for almost 2 decades. And I'm like, oh my gosh, where did the time go? Very successfully built a business offline, transitioned online right before the pandemic. So I'm just like you guys. I was spamming folks. I didn't know about attraction marketing. And that's what we're going to talk about today. Spam versus attraction marketing. Like, what's the difference? And I'm just going to give you some basic tips. But you should have a mentor, business coach, somebody that's showing you what that looks like. But you have an opportunity. Listen, you have an opportunity to jump in the January Jumpstart that I am a part of. I have a segment in the January Jumpstart. The link is in the bio. If you're not in that training yet, you missing it, girl. What you doing? I've been telling you to get in the get with it. I'm only going to share the best of the best with you. I'm only going to come and tell you what you need to do, because I remember. How many of you are like this? I remember not knowing what to do, and you're looking for all the right people. Like, if somebody would just show me what to do, and then you would know what to do, right? And so that was me. And I was like, oh my gosh, I just don't understand what I need to be doing. And so I made all the mistakes, just like most people, until I decided, well, let me invest in myself. I guess that's what I'm supposed to do. Well, let me do something that's going to further my education. Well, let me get certified in something. Let me learn something, So you've got to make the decision that you are important enough. Okay. You got to make the decision that now is the time. We're 3 weeks already into 2023. Have you done what you said you were going to do? If not, evaluate. I'm big on look and see what happened. Don't give excuses. You're still in control. I don't like the people who say, well, this happened. Well, things happen to a lot of people. And just to tell you, even a personal story, my neighbor whom I love, he loved my boys. And so my neighbor passed yesterday. Is today Thursday? Yeah. Yesterday. And so when I got the news, I was just so sad yesterday. Like, I didn't want to do anything. I was just, I was crying. I was upset. And then I was just like, oh my gosh, life just keeps on happening. And so we can all say things happen. We can all give excuses. It's always happening. But at the same time, we still make choices of what we're going to do with what's happening. Does this make sense? Yes or yes? Okay, so we're 3 weeks in. What have you done? Let me know in the chat. If you did it, you're like, I'm on target, put target. If you are on target, put target. If you're not quite on target, you ain't got to tell the world, don't put nothing, okay? But if you are on target with what you said you were going to do, put target. That way I can see how many people are actually living it out, walking it out, and not just talking, but walking. And so you remember people used to say, don't talk about it, be about it. So don't talk about it, be about it. And so you want to be the person that you about your business. And so, yes, so if you're not in the January Jumpstart, you need to be. I have a segment in there and I'll tell you what is available in the January Jumpstart as well. If you haven't heard me speak about this already. And I'm super excited about it because I'm just like, listen, this is how we give back. And this is how we grow as a community. And this is how we stop giving, excuses that we don't have the tools, the resources. Is we got to plug in. You've got to plug in. I didn't want to be on social media. Can you believe that? Like, I was just like, I've already seen success. I've already built a business offline. I already have an office here in Atlanta. And then I realized, people are doing it at a different level. I'm not even at that level yet. And so you got to open your eyes and get around the people that are doing the things that you want to do. Okay, you had a coaching call. Oh, good. So if you're on target, put targets if you're on target. If you haven't quite started that business yet and you want a business, put yes, we could talk about it. If you haven't quite started one, put yes, you want a business. Yes, I want something. And you've got to get educated about different things. So let's talk about what's spam and what's attraction marketing, because a lot of you took my class on Wednesday nights about Google Forms, and you saw the lunch and learn on Tuesday at 1:30 about the Google Forms and how that could potentially help you build your clientele, and obviously getting the people's information so they're off of social media and you have control over that information. Okay, that's one of the main reasons you want to utilize a tool like Google Forms. So you can use any one that's similar. I just gave you a free one. And so if you missed those classes, go back and watch the classes because that's going to help some of you. Now, let me say this. If the Google form is not something you need, don't use it. But a lot of times people use it to capture leads. And so I gave you so many examples on Wednesday night. Go back and watch the broadcast. But what I want to tell you, you're the pretty people. Never give up. You never give up. If at first you don't succeed, you try and try and try again. And just like I said, thank you so much. Yes, the unfortunate news that I got about my neighbor, I'm just still saddened. And the services is not going to even be here in Atlanta. It's going to be in New Jersey. And so I'm not excited about that, right? It makes me sad. It makes me don't want to work. It makes me just want to just sit down and cry. And so, but at the same time, I'm like, all right, what is it that I need to do to get through this? Sometimes it's good to cry it out and move forward, right? As much as you can. And so you're going to have, after the trials, after the disappointments, after the errors, after the frustrations, after the failures, girl, get your prize. That means get the life that you deserve. Go get it. No one's giving you the bag. You're going to have to go get the bag. And so what I was doing before I learned these strategies, I felt like maybe I was spamming people because I didn't know what was good content. I didn't know the proper content. I was posting every now and then, 2017, but I wasn't making any money from posting. Like, I was just posting because they said to do it, until I learned, I'm going to post and profit. And so spam is when you assume the position before there is evidence. Now, that's not my line. Ray Higdon, he's a guru coach. He said it and I heard it and I was like, that makes sense. Spam is when you assume the position before there is evidence. And so that means when you're sending me, you assume I want your shampoo that you sell. You assume I want your hair products, your nails, your lotions, your potions, and you send me a link and you send me a website or you send me your schedule to book an appointment. You're assuming that I'm open to that. Okay, that's spam. And that's what I've learned about that. That's not attracting anybody. That is what people are saying. People just send you stuff, right? And so you didn't ask for it. There was no evidence that you were open to it. And that's where attraction marketing comes in. So a better way would be to attract your peoples. Like the pretty people, you're my people. You're my people. And so I'm attracting the right people, because if you don't have a small business, you're a network marketer, direct sellers, or you want a business, you would be listening to this information. If that's not you, you will scroll by, right? So I'm only going to attract the people that's open to motivation, inspiration, and business tips. I'm not going to attract people that's not open to that. So that is the content that you put out. Remember, I said it's up to you, right? If it's to be in 2023, it's up to you, right? So it's up to me. So you attract your people by the content you put out. A pretty person is putting this in the chat for me. That's how you help me out. Okay, put it in the chat. Number one, you attract your people by the content you put out. Okay, now I see a lot of people sharing people's content, which is great. You can share content, but there still needs to be content that you create. All right. The other thing is, when you are learning attraction marketing, to even use the Google form, because that's the point, is to attract so that you can use the Google form. I don't use one today, but I have used them. Okay. So how to master attraction marketing? A pretty person will put this in the chat for me. Number one, you're going to spread knowledge. And so whatever that looks like, it could be a post of knowledge, it could be a live, it could be a story, but you're going to write this down, spread knowledge. Like I said before, attraction marketing is all about educating customers. And so I have, like I just said, I am in the January Jumpstart. I am teaching how to have conversations about your product. So if you want to know how to have better conversations about your product, boom, you would take the January Jumpstart. Make sense? I'm educating people. And so if they need that tool, they'll get it. So if they need your product, as you are educating, not coming to sell, but to come to educate, more people would be open. People don't buy when they don't know what it is. If they don't understand it, they do nothing, right? And so you got to make sure that education is the number one priority when you're putting out content. So you're spreading your knowledge. Every one of you knows something I don't know. Number two, you're going to earn trust. So I tell you, I show up every Tuesday at 1:30 for a quick lunch and learn. I've done that for over 3 years now. Consistently every Tuesday at 1:30, I do a lunch and learn. I'm earning your trust. The more I show up, I'm earning your trust. So if I message you in Messenger, it doesn't seem strange. You're my peoples. Like, you're my friend. You follow, you like, you comment. We're friends now. So it's not strange if I message you in Messenger, if I love on your page. Nothing strange, because I've earned your trust. The third thing I can tell you is being authentic. I was afraid to come on social media, even though my degrees are in communications and public relations. I worked in radio and television. People just assume that social media is the same. It is not. Okay. What I've learned is you've got to be authentic. Okay. In marketing and branding, authenticity has a high price, baby. And so just show up being yourself, even if it's a post, if you go live, if you do TikToks, Reels, whatever, just be yourself. We all have different parts of us, right? I'm a different person with my children. I'm a different person when I'm around my family. I'm different when I'm like with my homegirl, my friend, my bestie. Like, it's a different energy. So we all have different personalities. Yes or yes, it's still you. So be authentic to that. And so I'm sharing how to have conversations with other people about your product in the January Jumpstart. My link tree is in the bio. It's in my profile. So if you don't know what to say, okay, so you're learning attraction marketing. Now you have these people. Now you don't even know what to say to the people. Is that anybody? You've learned, you put your Google form together, but you're like, how do I get the Google form to people? Right? So you do have to attract the people. Okay, when they raise their hand to show evidence, whether they're, however they're doing, like, oh, I like it or comment on it, that's evidence that they are potentials. Okay. Now, if you don't know what to say, that's why I'm saying grab the January Jumpstart, because I'm teaching you scripts, how to start the conversations or have conversations with people about your product. And so if that's you and you're struggling, like, I don't even know, should I send them my website? If you don't know, you at first, you don't want to just send people your website. You do want to figure out what their needs are. And so if you saw the training about the Google form, the questions will allow you to see that there is a need. And we're in the business of what? Solving problems. You can see there's a problem and your product solves that problem. Yes. So in the January Jumpstart, we're going to be talking about one of my business partners, Michelle Cunningham, is the host, right? And I have a segment in there. And so she's going to be teaching you how failing forward, how to get over that. She's also going to teach more on in-person lead generation, online lead generating, how to book, like booking 101, how to hold a successful event. Okay. One thing to change for new results. There's, another thing that's very good in there that most people probably need is plan for exponential growth. Because if you don't plan, like if I gave you 100 customers right now, could you handle it? Like you got to plan for exponential growth, and you got to plan for it's going to be so many customers. You're going to need help. You're going to need to get an assistant. So you got to have different things and systems in place. And then there's also in the January Jumpstart follow-up systems. Obviously, I have my own follow-up ebook. The link is in the bio. But there's a follow-up system. I do think you should learn how to follow up. They say the fortune is in the follow-up. I always say the fortune is the friendship is in the follow-up. And so that's where I develop friends, right? And so you want to do that. And so I will be sharing my portion with you. And it's less than lunch money. Seriously, it's definitely less than dinner. It's not much. It is an investment. I just believe people like you and I, we figure it out. The reason why you're listening, because you want to figure it out. You want your business to succeed. You want sales. You want exponential growth. You want all those things. That's why you're still listening, right? So I think people like you and I, we figure it out. It's less than dinner, like lunch money. So we figure out how to have birthday parties all month long. We don't celebrate one day. We celebrate all month long. We figure out how to have parties for our children. I went to a birthday party for my son, and the party was at least $7,000. And they were probably 9 years old at the time. So we figure it out, okay? We figure out how to go to concerts, games, plays, comedy. We figure out how to go to restaurants on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We order drinks. We figure out how to purchase whatever it is on whatever shop, wherever you shop, shoes, clothes, bags, we figure it out. Surely we can figure out how to invest in our education to grow our business. Surely we can make that a priority. Okay. Now, a part of attraction marketing also is to be social and responsive. You'll notice that I say, put newbie in the chat. Whenever you put newbie, I come back and I say, thank you so much, newbie. Come back and join us again. I am being social. I'm being responsive to this person. Hey, I'm not a robot. It's me. I appreciate you because you don't have to be here. So you got to be social. You can't think you're going to post your jewelry and everybody's just going to flock to your website and you're not even social with other people. Yes. Okay. Another thing about attraction marketing is giving insight. And the last thing I can tell you is generate and distribute content. I'm always generating content. I'm always putting out content. And so some of it is lifestyle. Some of it is a business, very little of business, actually. I do the 80-20 rule. 80% is me with my motivation and inspiration, and 20% is business. So that's me. But I teach the 80-20 rule in my courses. And so however you decide to do it, you got to show up and generate and content every single day. When I talked to you the other day about the Google form, that's for you to create attraction marketing content so you can use the Google form. And I gave you ways. I said you could do a poll, in your stories, you can do polls. You can do one in your feed. You can ask questions in your feed. You can do a giveaway. You can do freebies on Friday. And so the people that respond to your freebies on Friday, now I'm not big in giving product away or anything, but if there's a discount or if there's a discontinued item or if there's a limited edition item or whatever, and you can afford to do that, don't do it if you can't afford it. Then you do freebie Fridays. And so the people that respond to that, those are people that are actually showing evidence. Okay. It's attracting the right peoples. They're showing evidence by liking, loving, commenting on it. And say only 2 people do it. That's 2 more than you had. Maybe 20 people. And it will not always start off with hundreds of people, right? If you look at some of my stuff, it's like thousands of people. I can't comment to everybody, right? But I do my best. But that's because I post every single day content that's relevant to me. And I've been doing it every single day. I don't take off a week and not do it, because you can schedule the content and go on vacation. It still goes out every day. Okay. So when you do your attraction marketing, that is the time you could use your Google form, because you're, attracting those people, whatever you want to do. And they've shown evidence of interest of some sort. And that's when you have conversations in Messenger. The money is made in Messenger. That's where you build the relationships in Messenger. That's where it's no longer spam. It's attracting them by your content. So the Google form will be good. It's a good tool. If you don't need it in your business, don't use it. This is a suggestion for those that are like, I don't even know what to do. Because the goal is to make a sale. The goal isn't just to create a Google form and feel like you did some work. The goal is to create a sale from that, because you're gathering information so you can offer your best product to that person. Now, obviously, even if they fill out the Google form, you have to follow up. Most people, you think people just go to the website because you put it there. No. And they don't. Like all of you, I have over 100,000 followers. I'm like, here's the Pretty People T. You're a pretty person. Yes, you follow me. You are my Pretty People community. Go to the link in the bio. People just don't go. I still have to build relationships. I still have to, speak to them in Messenger. I still have to do some. Now, people will randomly do it, but the bulk of what I do is building relationships so that I can ask for the sale. So that means you have to follow up. Okay. You have to follow up. So if you don't know what to say in the follow-up, you should be in that January jumpstart, because I am sharing with you a script that anybody can use. This is not for a particular business. It's a general script for anybody that is not understanding what to say to get the sale, to talk to them about your product. So it doesn't matter to me what company you're in. I don't discuss companies. I love peoples. And so it doesn't matter, because people buy people. And so you want to make sure, if you are doing these things, but you don't know how to have conversations about your product, jump in the January Jumpstart. So that is something that you have, and you can watch the replay. You make sure you purchase the replay so you have it forever. Okay. Now, thank you so much. I appreciate you too. I try to bring as many resources to you as I can find, things that have helped me along the way and still helping me. Like, I'm still growing. And so we don't want people this year to say, oh, I don't know what to do. And that's what I hear the most. Oh, I don't have the resources. Oh, I don't have a laptop. Oh, I don't have the money. Stop. We got to change our language first. Okay. Stop saying that. We're no longer saying what we don't have. We're speaking abundance over here. And so what you're going to start saying is, I am resourceful. I can find the money. Okay. We find the money for whatever we want. I can find the time. I can find the tools. I can learn how to use the tools. I can create the life that I want. You notice that one word that I'm saying, I am responsible for my activities every day. I need to learn social media. All of it is you. Okay. So just one small positive thought in the morning can change your whole day. And it starts with, you can do it. I am going to have a magnificent day. Or I am going to make whatever your amount is. I have an amount of money I want to make every day. And so whatever yours is, so let's just say $1,000. I am going to make $1,000 today in sales. I am going to, join 7 new business partners this week. I am going to do it. And so that's the attitude that you need to have when you are utilizing these things. Opportunities don't happen. You create them. Jerusha, you create them? Yes. Opportunities don't just happen. You create them. And so what I want you to do is love your family, work super hard this year and the rest of this month. Live your passion. Do what you love to do and get paid to do it. It is never too late to be what you might have been. I don't care if you start today. It's never too late to be what you might have been. And so I'm over here cheering for you. And so thank you so much. I'm over here cheering for you. I'm believing in you. I know that you're going to take this training and use it for your good. Remember, if you have teammates, you have business partners, you have colleagues, or you have girlfriends that are in other businesses, make sure you share the broadcast. Sharing is caring, because that's what I do. When I share, you share. That's how we change the world. Knowledge is the new rich. Say it with me. Knowledge is the new rich. And then, of course, the main thing I want you to do right now, if you haven't, go ahead. I'm going to share my screen really fast. Go ahead and jump in this January Jumpstart. The training is about to change everything. Or you can comment January, okay? Or you can comment January. You can go to my link tree in my bio or comment January. Now, if you're on Instagram, you're going to have to go to the link in my bio or message me if you're on Instagram, because once I close the live out, I can't see the comments. So I'm going to have to figure that out. And so if you are on Facebook, you can see this is what you're going to receive in the January Jumpstart. And so the details are there. All you have to do is put January in the chat. Message your girlfriend, tell her to put January so you can do it together. It's always good to do with people, right? Because there's so much room at the top. It's the bottom that's overcrowded. So take somebody with you to the top, because that's where we're going. If you follow me, you don't have no choice but to go to the top, because that's where I'm going. I love to do it with you, but I will do it without you. Thank you so much for your time. If you learned something today, hashtag helpful. If this was helpful, if you got value, make sure you follow the page. I'm just thankful that grace and mercy follow me. I'm Jerusha. Yes, I'm her. I'm owning it. I'm Jerusha, and I'll see you on the page. Enjoy the rest of your day. Yes, yes, I'm going to do it. Yes, you are going to do it. Yes, you're going to love it. Yes. Oh, thank you so much for putting this in the chat. I love people. Miss Danica, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I'll see you on tomorrow. Enjoy.